Sarah stands in her attic doorway, duffel bag slumped against the wall like a defeated plan, fairy lights flickering like they're arguing with the dark. The note is crumpled in her fist, ink smudged from nervous palms. Headlights still burn in her memory, cutting through the night like a promise she almost missed. Her voice is low, cracked, still echoing with the crunch of gravel, the engine's sudden silence, and the weight of a gaze that stopped her cold. You guys will never believe what happened. I'm Sarah. No last name. Just the girl who writes Seabrook's secrets before they bleed. And this story? It's happening right now, 4:57 a.m. on my 18th birthday. And I'm telling it while the bags are still half packed, the note is still crumpled, and the driveway still holds the ghost of his tires. The party had ended hours earlier. Cake. Crumbs scattered like confetti casualties. Candles. Melted into waxy puddles. The faint scent of vanilla frosting. And cheap champagne lingered like a hangover. My parents had retreated to their room. Dad's snores rumbling through the walls like distant thunder. Mom's soft breathing a counter rhythm. I'd been pacing the attic in Dad's old hoodie, threadbare, smelling of cedar and old books, and pajama shorts, the fabric soft against my skin, counting heartbeats, trying to outrun the ache of 18, that strange, hollow freedom that felt more like a cage than wings. I'd made the decision at 3:47 a.m. Leave. No dramatic goodbye, just a scribbled note on the kitchen counter. I need space. Don't worry. I'll call. Love you, bags packed, one duffel with clothes, one backpack with notebooks. The hidden story under the bed, want, tucked inside like contraband. The bus ticket to anywhere was in my pocket, creased from too many checks. The door was inches from my hand. One twist of the knob and I'd be gone. Then, headlights. Two pale beams sliced through the dark, flashing across the wall like a warning. I froze mid-step, bare feet on cold wood. Heart slamming against my ribs. Who the hell? The engine cut. Silence. Gravel crunched. Slow. Deliberate. Hey guys, I whispered to the camera. Voice barely audible. Spicy portion incoming, hit subscribe. I crept to the window, breath fogging the pain. A car idled in the driveway. Black, low, familiar. Engine still ticking as it cooled. The driver's door opened. Harlan stepped out. Salt and pepper hair. Gray eyes that measure souls. Flannel shirt unbuttoned at the collar, revealing the hollow of his throat. Tired. Calm. Here. A faint scar ran along his jaw. Old from a blueprint knife, he'd once said. He didn't knock, just waited. Hands in pockets, looking up at my window like he knew. I was there, like he always knew. My pulse slammed against my ribs. The bags felt heavier. The note burned in my pocket like a brand. I opened the door, slow. Deliberate, cold air rushed in, sharp and biting, carrying the scent of wet asphalt and pine. He looked up. Really looked. His eyes traced my face. Slow, deliberate, lingering on my lips, my throat, the damp spot on my hoodie where the cold had seeped through. Neither of us spoke at first. We didn't have to. The tension coiled. Tight, electric, every glance, every shift of his weight on the gravel, every breath that fogged in the cold. It was torture. Beautiful, exquisite torture. He stepped closer, one step, then another. The space between us shrank to feet, then inches. I could see the frost on his lashes, the faint scar on his jaw, the pulse in his throat. Faster now, his hand twitched, like he wanted to reach, didn't. Yet. I stepped forward, slow, asking until we were chest to chest, our bodies almost touched. I could feel the heat radiating from his skin, cutting through the cold like a blade. My breath hitched. His eyes dropped to my mouth, lingering, hungry. He reached past me for the duffel strap, close enough to feel his arm brush my breast. His hip against mine, the rasp of flannel against my hoodie. His voice dropped to a gravel whisper. Going somewhere? I whispered back, throat dry. Anywhere, he smiled. Slow, dangerous. And now? Staying, I said. With you. His fingers grazed my wrist, barely there, but electric, lingering, intentional. Staying as bold, he said. Dangerous, I corrected. His thumb traced my pulse. Slow, deliberate, counting heartbeats. I like danger. Silence. The kind that breathes, the kind that begs. I tilted my head, just enough. Drive me somewhere? He didn't move. Only if you let me choose? Deal. We moved to the car. Choreographed chaos. He opened the passenger door. I slid in. The engine purred to life. The heat was on low, warming my bare legs. The silence was thick. The dashboard lights cast a soft green glow across his hands. Strong. Scarred, gripping the wheel, he drove. No destination, just the road. The dark and us. The headlights cut through the night, illuminating patches of frost on the asphalt. Every curve of the road felt like a question. Every shared breath felt like an answer. Extended moment. We talked, hours, about the porch he built to catch. Sunrises. About the wife who taught him to see light in shadows. About the story I keep hidden under the bed. Want? About the way silence can be louder than thunder. And how some nights feel like pauses between heartbeats. Every confession pulled us closer. Every laugh sealed it. I traced the scar on his wrist. Old. From a saw blade. He traced the ink on my fingers. Blue. Still wet from earlier. You're a mess, he said. Your kind of mess? I replied. He smiled. Good. We played a game. Truth for truth. He admitted he'd watched me write on the porch once. Just for a minute, and felt like an intruder. Admitted I'd left my window open on purpose that night. He admitted he still sets 2 cups out every morning. I admitted I'd started writing the black car because it reminded me of his eyes in the moonlight. We drank coffee, cold now, but perfect. We laughed until our sides hurt. We sat hip to hip, then chest to chest. Then closer, until the console was the only thing keeping us apart. I showed him the hidden story. He didn't flinch at the raw words. He just said, "It's beautiful." It's you. Final moment, the engine. Cut. Silence. The headlights died. The house hummed. Awake, everything looked the same except us. We didn't pull apart, just looked, really looked. His hand still on my thigh, my fingers tangled in his shirt. He smiled. Slow. Sure, you didn't leave with the dark. I smiled back. Good. Let me stay. Sarah winks at the camera. Fairy lights blazing, the bags unpacked on the floor, the note torn to pieces. And that's how a car in the driveway became everything. Seabrook's got a way of making nights spark, doesn't it? Like, subscribe, ring the bell, just turned 18, just got stayed.